Reporters, let's talk about Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Now, I've said I'm always going to be fair on this channel. Angel Reese is playing much better. All right, she is. I don't want to act like, look, it's one thing for a couple of games. When you're into 7 and 8 games in a row of your game looking a lot different, there's a chance she has changed her game for the better. And I think it's because of shot selection. All right. Now, some of that may come from the coaching of Tyler Marsh.
What do you get when Angel Reese fans turn into Twitter detectives and Tyler Marsh forgets how rotations work? A full-blown basketball meltdown. The Chicago Sky just got torched by the Lynx, and now fans are calling for Marsh's coaching badge like it's a revoked license. Social media's in flames, receipts are flying, and folks want him walked out mid-timeout with a whistle and a cardboard box. Is this a rebuild? A collapse? Or just the league's messiest breakup? Whatever it is, it's spicy, it's chaotic, and it's peak WNBA drama. Let's unpack the firestorm.
The Chicago Sky is falling. The sky is falling, y'all. Chicago Sky fans are crashing out crazy on head coach Tyler Marsh. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I don't blame them. Not for this one. I do not blame the Chicago Sky fans for crashing out and calling for Tyler Marsh's job on.
Angel Reese fans have entered that special realm where facts are optional and fantasy reigns supreme. You could hand them a full scouting report, game film, and a stat sheet in neon, and they'd still argue she deserves MVP just for showing up. In their world, hustle is heroism, and a messy double-double during a blowout loss is somehow legendary. They've mistaken effort for dominance and noise for greatness. And anyone who questions it, clearly a hater. Logic checked out weeks ago, and now we're all just passengers on the Delusion Express. Buckle up.
Improvement. Angel's showing some improvement. And now Chicago Sky fans are pissed. Is it Chicago Sky fans or is it Angel Reese fans? That's the thing that you just don't quite know. They're pissed at Tyler Marsh. And I'm like, but what if Angel's development is because of his coaching? Well, what if this found success is because of his coaching? You still want him run off? Because she obviously looks like an improved player.
Let's just call it what it is. Angel Reese is not facing the same defensive pressure as Caitlin Clark. Nowhere near it. Clark's guarded like she's smuggling secrets and launching missiles. Double teams, traps, defenders glued to her like Wi-Fi to a Starbucks. Reese? Defenders sag off like she's holding a brick, not a basketball. Opposing coaches basically draw up game plans that say, give her space. No, more. Yep, perfect. It's not respect. It's strategy. One gets swarmed like a superstar. The other gets dared to prove she's one. And the gap? It's glaring.
Listen, these days watching the Chicago Sky compete is not that at all. It's like watching paint dry, unfortunately. One player I will never stop believing in is Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a straight-up baller, double-double queen. In the first half, she already almost had a double-double against New York Liberty. However, I'm sorry, man. The coaching and the coaching decision continue to make the Sky look even worse than the roster is. Listen, I understand, y'all. If the roster is bad, it's hard. But Teaspoon had a hard roster last year as well. And she may not have been the best X's and O's coach, but she worked with what she...
If you're enjoying, please leave a like and subscribe our channel. At this point, the disrespect isn't subtle. It's so obvious it could draw a flagrant foul. But somehow, Reese's fans twist it into a badge of honor. They're just scared of her? No, they're just not that worried. The scouting report might as well say, save your legs, she'll brick it for us. And yet there she goes, charging into the paint like a shopping cart with a broken wheel. Shoulder down, elbows flying, defenders getting body checked like it's open ice hockey. Then comes the layup attempt. Maybe it banks in, maybe it sails into the concession stand. Either way, the refs stay silent, like they've temporarily gone blind. Apparently, bulldozing through traffic is just physical play now. Unless Caitlin Clark does it, of course. Then it's a foul.
Now, I've been on the record saying, hey, I don't think this coach has much talent to work with over there. You got Camila Cardoso, who's now gone overseas. I don't think there's much talent over there for him to work with. I don't believe there's a single coach in the WNBA who would have this team in the playoffs. I just think there's a real lack of talent over there in Chicago. It just is what it is. But look, bruh, I told you about a month ago, Tyler Marsh, you might be looking for work soon.
And then there's her defensive presence, which is generous considering she gets blocked more times than spam calls during dinner. At this rate, she might as well wear a Block Me jersey. Every time she charges the paint, rim protectors start grinning like it's bonus round. It's less a scoring attempt, more a live demonstration of how not to finish at the rim. Watching her force up shots is like watching someone try to break through a locked door with a spoon. Tenacity, sure, but zero results. A tragic mosaic of missed potential. But let's talk about the turnovers. The turnovers. These aren't creative risks or daring feeds. They're full-blown giveaways wrapped in confusion. No-look passes to the bleachers, chest passes into traffic with the grace of a car crash, full-speed flings to phantom teammates who exist only in Reese's imagination. Sometimes it feels like she's playing a different sport entirely. One where the objective is to surprise everyone with where the ball ends up. Teammates aren't cutting, they're dodging. Coaches aren't drawing plays, they're drawing evacuation routes. It's not elite vision, it's basketball roulette, and everybody's losing.
I do not know how many more times it can be shouted from the rooftops. Fire Jeff Palagoka and Tyler Marsh before the clock strikes midnight. I turned the game on to see that this man, Tyler Marsh, emptied the whole bench midway through the third quarter. I saw an 8-point deficit go to 10, 10 go to 20, 20 go to 30, 30 push to damn near 40. This type of incompetence cannot, that can't be rewarded with a paycheck anymore. It's time to let that man go. Same thing with Jeff. That kind of incompetence cannot be rewarded.
And then we get to the stat padding. Oh yes, the hustle that's less about the scoreboard and more about the optics. 37 minutes deep into a 20-point loss, and she's still out there sprinting like the finals MVP is on the line. Not to lead a comeback. No. This is about chasing that final rebound, that garbage time layup, just to make the box score look spicy. The rest of the team is easing into post-game mode, and she's out there doing lunges like it's boot camp. And her fans? Oh, they eat it up. Look at the dedication, they scream. But then you check the numbers. 10 points on 25 shots, 11 rebounds, 9 of which bounced directly to her, and 5 turnovers that looked more like passes to the cheer squad than teammates. Somehow nobody mentions the 6 missed chippies under the rim or that 1 assist that ended in row 12. Watching it unfold is like seeing someone try to force a triple-double in a pickup game. Clumsy, relentless, and slightly embarrassing. Effort? She's got it. But effort without control is just a cardio-failed train wreck. And yet the Reese loyalists, they treat every missed layup like it's part of a master plan. Every rejection is a personal attack. Every turnover, a global conspiracy. Meanwhile, opposing coaches aren't even drawing up counters. They're sipping coffee like, "Don't worry, she'll take care of herself." No traps, no adjustments, just vibes, and a lot of missed shots.
It's just bad. It seems like Tyler Marsh doesn't have a plan. He doesn't really have offensive schemes, defensive schemes. I mean, I feel like a robot repeating myself, but it's just crazy to see it over and over every game. It's not even about them losing. It's atrocious on the perimeter, and he doesn't address any of that, man. He just doesn't address any.
And by handle it, we mean plow into traffic, throw up a prayer, and jog back on defense, like it's a casual stroll through denial. If Caitlin Clark got even half this treatment, Unguarded, unchecked, unfazed. She'd have 50 before halftime and still have time to stretch. Meanwhile, Reese fans are shouting into the void, demanding Tyler Marsh's head on a social media platter because apparently he's not designing offensive plays where she's surrounded by cones instead of defend. They don't want a coach. They want a hype man. Someone who'll just hand her the ball, turn off the shot clock, and say, "Go get 'em, champ." And when the team inevitably loses, they point fingers at everyone else. The refs, the coach, the lighting, Mercury in retrograde. Never mind the 5 missed layups and 3 volleyball spikes the other team delivered on her head. That's just part of the game, apparently. And let's talk about shooting form, or whatever that motion is. Watching Reese shoot outside the paint is like witnessing someone do math on live TV. It's shaky, hesitant. The ball arcs like it's trying to find a Wi-Fi signal before landing 3 feet short. But again, defenders aren't pressing her, they're stepping back, like she just told them she's contagious. And that's the point. No one's even bothering.
So I'm back with my bonnet, so y'all know what time it is. I just watched the Minnesota and the Chicago Sky game, and I have to be fair. Minnesota, they came ready to play, but Chicago did too. I feel like the problem with the Chicago Sky is they were out-coached. They had a couple injuries. And yeah, I feel like Mr. Marsh needs to understand that when Angel Reese is tired like that, he needs to pull her out. Because what happens is, I've noticed she starts to make unnecessary turnovers, some things that turn into fast break points, just little things that's going to come with time and development. However, I feel like Chicago was most definitely out-coached today.
What's the point of closing out on a jump shot that's as accurate as a coin toss in a hurricane? But oh, the stat line, that shiny double-double. It doesn't matter if it took 16 offensive rebounds off her own missed shots to reach it. Doesn't matter if half those rebounds came from shots she shouldn't have taken in the first place. Because the numbers look impressive, and shiny stats are enough to convince Reese's fans that she's dominating the game. Meanwhile, the scoreboard screams, "You're down by 20, but apparently that's just a technicality. And let's not pretend this all happens in a vacuum. While Angel hustles to turn missed layups into highlight reels, other rookies are out here actually impacting the game, moving without the ball, creating space, playing tough defense. Reese? She's still perfecting the bulldoze and look confused routine every time a whistle doesn't go her way. Her fans act like she's the reincarnation of Dennis Rodman if Rodman only tracked rebounds and questionable decisions. By the time the final buzzer sounds, you wonder if you just watched a basketball game or a comedy sketch. Because in what universe does someone play nearly the entire game, shoot 30%, toss the ball away like it's radioactive, and still walk off claiming victory? The contrast between stats and reality couldn't be starker. One paints a picture of dominance, the other reveals chaos. It's a strange game indeed. But Reese supporters will defend it all with the passion of medieval knights and the reasoning of dial-up internet. Any critique? Hater. Any observations? Misogyny. Any statistics? Fake news. Show them the game tape, the stats, the open looks defenders are begging her to take, and they'd still claim she's just built differently. And they're right. She is built differently. Just not in the way they think. This isn't dominance. It's denial dressed as hustle. It's effort, mistaken for excellence. It's stat padding in slow motion. But as long as the Twitter memes are trending and the double-double looks shiny, fans will keep shouting, minutes will keep piling up, and those turnovers, well, those are just part of the spectacle. Watch the actual game, not just the box score. Because if all you see are double-doubles on paper, you'd think Angel Reese is operating at elite WNBA levels. But press play on the tape and it's clear. This isn't basketball, it's community theater with a scoreboard. Every possession seems sponsored by chaos. Footwork? Looks like she's learning TikTok dances mid-drive. Handles? Somewhere between please don't dribble and this is why coaches cry. Nothing about it screams pro. Unless pro stands for professionally stubborn, clinging to the illusion while the game unfolds around her.
He forgot he had those players until the end of the game. He forgot to do rotations. He stuck with. He saw it wasn't working. He just got this man. It reminded me of Teaspoon when she first started. But it was even worse. Tyler Marsh looked like he was stuck on Chuck. Tyler Marsh looked like, I don't know. Tyler Marsh, man, you gotta do better than that, youngin.
That first step? Not explosive. It's more like stepping off a city bus after missing your stop. Agitated, off balance, and committed to charging somewhere, even if no one else knows where. If she ever brought the ball up the court under the same heat Caitlin Clark deals with, double teams, traps, full court pickups, her dribble would fold like a cheap beach chair. It would take defenders exactly 3 possessions, maybe 2 if they're caffeinated, to realize, wait, she can't really handle the ball. Boom, press activated, possessions hijacked. Turnovers flowing. Suddenly the coach's clipboard looks like a resignation letter in progress. But no, her fans don't want to hear that. They're too busy quoting stats that were manufactured in 37-minute performances where the game was already over by the third quarter. It's wild. She plays marathon minutes, but instead of leadership and offensive rhythm, all you get is stat scavenging. Half those rebounds? Off her own bricks. It's like recycling. Just less effective and with fewer benefits to society. And let's not breeze past this cover athlete situation. Reese on the front of a video game? That wasn't marketing, that was satire. Somewhere an intern had to sit in a meeting and pretend this was a solid idea. The kind of idea that would move units, attract fans, build buzz. Instead, what it did was spark a collective head tilt across the basketball community.
I'll agree now that even without having Courtney Vandersloot, Tyler Marsh was just a bad hire. I don't think he's ready to be a head coach just yet. One day, but just not right now. And I don't know what's going on with Angel Reese, but she has been struggling really bad. 9 points, 6 of 6 from free throws, and she hit a 3-pointer. But 2 assists, 1 steal, a couple.
Because who's rushing to buy a game just because Angel Reese is on the cover? Her highlight reel is a collection of missed bunnies, shoulder drives into stationary defenders, and rebounds off her own misses. It's like putting someone on the Wheaties box for almost finishing a race. The marketing pitch probably went, she hustles, kinda, and she yells a lot. Perfect for the loading screen right next to the game over button. But again, watch her play. Really watch. They dare her to shoot, as if in a pickup game where someone's declared, she's got next. If confidence alone could power field goals, maybe, just maybe, she'd shoot 40%. But her results are closer to lottery odds. When she does shoot, the form is so mechanical it's almost a cry for help. Rigid, slow, deliberate. The kind of shot you can block with a text message, and often do.
Are we serious right now, man? Are we serious? Let's just continue, man. The Sky coach explained that the team needs to be better for Angel Reese, looking to help the Chicago forward succeed with the weapons around her. The man stated, "I don't think Angel struggled tonight. I think we struggled as a team," Marsh said. "It's not about Angel being better for us, it's us being better for Angel." Look, man, honestly, I can't blame Chicago Sky's struggle all on top.
Off-ball movement doesn't exist. She stands around like she's waiting for a lift. No cuts, no flare-outs, just vibes and verticality. The only time she moves is to crash the boards, again, usually off her own shots. It's like watching someone miss a layup, teleport to the miss, and then act like the rebound is a heroic act of hustle. Rinse, repeat. Stat pad. And don't even get started on the transition game. If she's got the ball on a fast break, pray, she's not running an offense, she's running a demolition derby. The dribble's loose, the vision's narrower than a paper towel roll, and the decision-making? Even defensively, the box score might say 2 steals, but the tape shows missed rotations, slow closeouts, and a confused shuffle step dance whenever she gets switched onto a shooter. And again, her fans? Radio silent on that end. No mention of the points given up, the late contests, the missed help reads. Just, she had 12 rebounds. 12 rebounds while being a revolving door on D. Great. Maybe the game should add a new badge. Hustle with no context. That's the thing. The Reese experiment is less about substance and more about spectacle. But that spectacle doesn't age well when everyone starts watching closely. Not clips, not filters, full games. And when you strip away the noise, the Instagram posts, the catchphrases, the fans tweeting in all caps, what's left is a player still learning, still raw, and very far from dominant. If you enjoyed leaving a like and subscribing, more videos are on the screen now.